Hi, welcome to Gold Medical Jobs. It's Rita, and finally talking to you in 2020. It's actually almost a weekend, the 7th. All that glare. I'm always dealing with eyeglass glare. Sorry about that. Um, and Hope you're feeling well. I'm feeling well, and I know it's been a busy time. I'm ready to make my detox soup. I haven't done it yet because I have a pregnant daughter in the house, and she's into lots of, it's not good for my weight either, lots of, rich, fatty, carbo loaded foods like pasta and eggplant parmesan and bread and ice cream. So I haven't made my detox soup yet, and I don't know if you have or if you feel like you need it. Um, it's been fun seeing people, being with people, trying not to get too exhausted or ill. Um, my two brothers are both Christmas, New Year's type, I was going to say babies. They're grown up. They're my little brothers, but and I haven't talked much to them because they've been busy. My one brother had a birthday yesterday, and I know he was skiing with some members of his family in a beautiful place in Vermont. And my other brother I talked to several days ago, and he was in an urgent care for the flu and possible strep. So I don't know if you're having more fun or if you're not feeling so good, but I hope I hope it's all good and that it resolves. And what shall we talk about today? Briefly, I want to appeal to employers and employees, healthcare workers and healthcare employers, about what is going to energize you in 2020. And sometimes I hear from people that find us, that find Gold Medical Jobs either online, Twitter, all the places we are, Instagram, Facebook, and they go, what exactly is it? It is pretty unique. It is a meeting place. It is a meeting place for healthcare employers and health. Maybe I'll just take these off. They're driving me crazy. A meeting place for employers and employees in the healthcare realm. Particularly, our focus has been in most of 2019, although we started 6 years ago with Gold Medical Jobs. We've been, my husband and I, Dr. Gold, and myself, Rita King, we have been involved with healthcare and employing healthcare workers, and myself being a nurse for a very long time, in the clinical settings, in the administrative settings, in the per diem business, in the recruitment business, in the travel business of healthcare, and realize that that need is there, it's growing, it won't go away. It's hard for me to see, so back on they go. And so we want to make people aware that we're doing something a little different. It's unique, and it's fast, and it's not what a lot of online companies and recruiters are doing. It's very specific to specific needs. So if an employer needs an employee that has experience in urgent care, they should specify that. I need an urgent care nurse. I need her to have, a year of recent experience, or at least 2 years of experience in the last 5 or 10 years. Or I need a home health nurse with either, they might not necessarily need experience depending on the specifics of the job. Some home health is private home health. Some home health is uptake of cases and requires a variety of skills. And so whatever it is you need, maybe you want somebody brand new, fresh, with all that new knowledge that they came from school with, and maybe they worked in a non-licensed or certified job while they were doing their education. So that might be an attractive nurse. So, and we don't just, it's not a meetup place just for nurses, just that I'm a nurse and I focus on nursing and I know it best. It could be respiratory therapy. It could be radiology. It could be occupational therapy. It could be speech therapy. It could be doctors. And so Gold Medical is this meetup place for people that know and need healthcare employees or healthcare employees that are in the job market. Our database is strong. It's free sign up for healthcare workers and a nominal charge for the employers. I think the base rate is $79, and that gets you quite a bit, gets you going. So check us out. And what about that energy? So yeah, my energy's been up and down, I have to say, over the holidays, you know, moving around, visiting, setting everything up for her, you know, for Christmas and New Year's, and then maybe going away. I went a few hours away to be with a friend. So that was a few days that I was off kilter. I was happy to be away, change of scenery, beautiful mountains and so forth. And, you know, some rain, some this and that, changing your clothes, doing lots of laundry. I have to say my energy has been up and down, but my energy for work is good. And I'll tell you why, and then you can think about what energizes you. And maybe it's doing what you do really well that you've done for years, or maybe it's something you always wanted to do, you never really had the opportunity. And Gold Medical might provide an opportunity for you. So for example, I'll say maybe a nurse that's been a clinic nurse for a long time and taking care of, oh, why am I energized? I always digress. I'll tell you why I'm energized. Because it's a new year, because it's a new decade, because you can abandon some of the old ways. And one of the things I've done is I've been on a very irregular schedule. So now I set the alarm, I often beat the alarm, and I get up at a certain time and I stretch and I plan my day based on that wake up time. And my go down time is pretty regular because I get really tired before 10 o'clock. I do not always make it till 10 o'clock, even though I want to watch TV with my husband and relax with him. I am the first one to shut my eyes. Oh, well, I'll see you in the morning kind of thing. So I'm energized to put some of the old, tired, maybe not my best habits aside, although I do have to say I had 2 pieces of chocolate last night because it's still in the house. And I did maintain my weight. I did not gain any weight. So the new year, maybe I can lose a little weight. I have a grandchild on the way. I want to stay healthy, and carrying extra weight is really rough on older joints and so forth. So, so I'm energized. I feel like I have a plan. I see other people feeling good. I got to dance on New Year's Eve and ring in the new year. Actually, I didn't quite ring it in because got tired around 10:30 or so and probably was sound asleep. I did hear some fireworks. I didn't know who was banging something against something, but it was actually fireworks. And so I did open one eye at midnight. But yeah, regardless of how you rung it in, if you stayed on till the next day or whatever, if you were working, God bless you. If you didn't feel well, I hope you're feeling better. But find something to be energized about. You know, something new or something tried and true that still energizes you. You know, you may be a clinic nurse and absolutely love the fact that you can work with the very young and the very old and all the age appropriate areas in between, teens and young adults and older adults and so forth. Maybe you just love that, you know, and maybe you work with a doctor that loves that sort of family practice age group, and the clinic setting is great. Your observation skills, you're working with a lot of different technical skills, and you are a big time management person because it's busy out there. So, but maybe you're a clinic nurse and that's what you've been doing for 5 or 6 years, and you always wanted to do urgent care, you know, or you always wanted to do a travel assignment, or you always wanted to work with Jerry. You know, I had a friend and actually tutor. he was in at the same nursing program as me. He was, I think, a year ahead of me or a semester ahead of me. And he absolutely knew that he wanted to be a geriatric nurse. He liked Geri and Geri Psych. And that wasn't my focus. I was all over the place. I wanted to travel and I wanted to be in the ER and so forth. I wound up in the ICU. It was one of my first jobs. And then dialysis, another one of my early jobs. But he wanted Geri care. And I have to say, in all my experience, my many, many years in a hospital setting particularly, but I did home health and dialysis and ICU, med surg, all that good stuff. Home health in the home and home health visits, and I did always love my Geri patients. They are a wealth of knowledge. They need us. What, this is always crooked. These are old glasses. Their needs vary. I'm not even sure that our society and in America, if we're putting enough focus onto their needs. For example, does an 80 or 90-year-old need the same dosage as a 20 or 30-year-old? Probably not, right? So we have special dosing for the very young, for the neonates and the infants and children. And then we just get to be like 21, right? And everybody gets the same dosage. I know that, for example, with cough medicine, that my husband and I were different sizes, that we have different requirements. And surprisingly, his dosage is, he requires a little less. He's super sensitive to some of the antihistamines, etc. So, so get energized about that search you may be doing. Gold Medical is there. It's a great meeting place. You can see if somebody's hiring in assisted living, if somebody's hiring in skilled nursing, if somebody's hiring in memory care, Alzheimer's units, hospice / Alzheimer's sometimes, or hospice / skilled. A lot of opportunity there to work with the geriatric patient, and actually in many, many med-surg facilities, I would say the majority are probably seniors. And when I say seniors, I mean 55 and up. You may mean 65 and up, whatever. But I think there's lots of opportunities to focus on your Geri patients, your geriatric patients in different settings. So if you've been in a clinic and you've taken care of that wide range of age groups and done age-appropriate care for a variety, you could probably transition into the Geri care scene quite readily, and employers, you could recognize that. So you might, as you put in your keywords for who you're looking for, just say recent Geri experience and whatever you need, 6 months or a year. Well, if somebody's been in a clinic setting for 5 years or 6 years straight, they've certainly accumulated 6 months to a year of taking care of the geriatric patient. So I think there's some flexibility for hiring and for job searching, and I hope you get energized about it. I'm still very delinquent. I haven't done a blog lately. I will. My focus was on safety, and I will try to incorporate the various areas and the safety concerns and who regulates them for seniors and for pediatrics and for skilled nursing and memory care, because they're going to vary. Psychiatric, behavioral, they're going to vary. Safety is going to vary in all those settings. So I'll try to incorporate some of that information for people that care about it. And I'm going to sign off. I wish you all the best of health, and wish you a lot of best wishes and goodwill for your employment life, your healthcare employment life, because that's what we are all about here. And I am going to start referring to Gold Medical Jobs as GMJ. Gold, G, Medical, M, J. Okay, we're GMJ. And you can find us here regularly. You can check out, the web or the Facebook or the Instagram or the Twitter, all the places that we be. And look for some changes in our website. They're coming. I think we've been too vague and unclear. So that's another piece for 2020. So you really understand what we offer and what we're about. Thanks so much, and I'll sign off.